Hey everybody, welcome to Hola Dogcast, episode 25, coming at you live on the internets. Today,
it's a hot one, baby.
It's a special hot Sunday edition of Hola Dogcast, pre-E3,
yeah,
if you will.
by a couple hours.
By a couple hours, yeah, literally. There might be hot breaking news as we're podcasting. But how y'all doing out there? How are you? We're really concerned.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
You miss us?
Yeah, hopefully you're all sitting on a beach right now, getting the whole Dogcast tickling your earlobes and your earbuds and ear places and other places.
And satisfying you in all ways more than 7.
That's right. I'm one of your hosts. My name's Tom Wagner.
Hey, Tom. I'm Josh.
Hey, and I'm here with this guy's name is Josh.
Josh is here, guys. And Tom's here. We're both here.
We're both here, thank
on the
God.
Dogcast.
Thank Christ. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Busy as shit, but I'm good.
Man.
You too.
So, dude, I tell you what, just squeezing this podcast in took a lot of logistical exercises, a lot of mental, fuckery.
Yeah, we
get it done.
have to fit it in. We have to fit it in.
Yeah, we have to do
everybody.
it. We have to do it. We're OCD like that.
Oh, gosh.
And we know that you care. So
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what you been up to?
I just got back from Denver last week.
Yeah, the last we talked, you
lots of breweries.
We're about to embark on a trip to the Great Rockies.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. That was weird.
That was you.
Hey.
But yeah, I just got back from Denver. I hit up 15 breweries in the process.
Yeah.
A lot of breweries. Hiked Red Rocks, Dinosaur Ridge. Went through the mountains, saw the Shining Hotel.
Oh, the Stanley?
Yeah.
Or the Overlook. I can't remember. It's the Overlook in the novel. But
Okay.
It's the Stanley Hotel,
It's the
right?
Stanley, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. And the mountains are beautiful. And then my buddy Alan
Did they have a hedge maze?
got
at
married. There is no hedge maze.
Oh,
no.
That was all fucking like
for the movie.
Stanley
I heard
Kubrick.
somebody say something that they might put one up like periodically, like a small one. There's no way that actual maze was real ever. I'm pretty sure. Ever.
Probably not.
But yeah. So
Yeah.
Denver is awesome.
So back up. Let's back up a second. How many breweries did you go to?
Only 15. In 8 days.
Only 15.
Yeah.
What?
Let me go
That's
over.
crazy.
Let me go over some.
Can you give us? First of all, how are you still alive? I mean, we're glad. Glad he's alive, but
I only got kind of drunk like twice, maybe, which is kind of impressive.
Would other people agree with that sentiment?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anybody out there was there?
Yeah.
Want to make a call on that?
Yeah. Is there any visual proof?
I got a good.
That's a lot of fucking breweries, buddy.
Yeah.
But good for you, man. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you
made
stuck to it.
I made sure to put a dent in a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot I haven't been to.
Did you have them all planned out prior to going?
Some.
Were you like, okay, this day we're gonna go to blah blah blah?
Only
brewery.
a few of them, and then we kind of like winged it. When we had time, we squeezed in a brewery and go in for a pint or two, or a little couple tastings. Have a couple beers. Just even the samplers. So I mean, I didn't always get like a little over inebriated, but
sure.
Yeah.
You paced yourself. You were responsible.
Yeah, exactly, and I've learned to do that. But when
he's lying.
When you when you hit as many breweries up as I have so far, you start to learn.
Right. Well, okay.
But,
well, before we get to the brewery talk, because I have a funny feeling that once you start talking about beer, I'm gonna get thirsty.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of that.
Yeah. Let's dive in here. As you know, Hola Dogcast is a podcast about video games and beer. And we drink beer on this podcast, as you probably know. And if you don't, this is what we do.
Go on some Mexican lager.
What is
Mateos.
this? What the?
Yeah,
heck?
I saw these in the store.
Yeah.
And I've been stopping by the Mexican grocery store lately, checking out what they got to offer.
Yeah.
Lots of interesting stuff. I walked by this and I walked back and I was like, what the fuck is this? So these are
like a kit.
These are micheladas. You can make these as an average or actual cocktail.
Okay.
It's a beer and like it's kind of like a Mexican version of a Bloody Mary.
Right.
Sometimes they use tomato sauce. And sometimes they don't.
Okay. So these are like single serve, like almost like
these
Mexican
are like
Bloody Mary.
Pre-made cups. And I
just
figured,
add beer.
fuck it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I figured let's
This is
try
cool.
these.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Should we just stir this up?
Yeah, it says not to stir, but I don't think that makes sense. And your stick has like some kind of like
Yeah.
I think it's called
Substance.
like a
It's like a little
jimbala
popsicle.
or something like that. But yeah, it's like a
chupacabra.
chupacabra
right.
popsicle straw.
Do we have to the sides here?
Mine looks like swamp water. But
Oh, it doesn't taste that way.
yeah, the brims are dipped in some kind of seasoning.
Yeah.
They use like peppers, cayenne,
Oh, wow.
Worcestershire sauce.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, it's supposed to have a spice kick.
kick.
It sounded more intriguing to me than a bloody.
Yeah.
I'm not that big into tomato juice,
Right.
but I figured this is something we should try in the podcast.
Absolutely.
It might be fun.
And it's Sunday. Sundays are made for drinks like this.
Yeah.
All right. Can we do this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll wait for him to go first. You got the spicy one, right? Like super spicy?
Mine's a spicy flavor. I think we got separate, different companies. You
Okay.
got La Halada,
La
and
halada.
I got Pepe Leon, the boxing tiger.
Nice. Nice. La halada. Yeah.
Yours might be better. I mean, I don't know. Mine came with like a sauce packet.
Really? Did you add the sauce packet?
I did.
Good for you. Good for you.
And then
You're a
yours
man
yours had like a seasoning packet.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it
yeah,
tastes good.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
It's unique. This is we'll say the Mexican Bloody Mary kind of dealio. They use cayenne pepper, black pepper, celery salt, a lot of that stuff.
Sure.
And some of them said hangover cure on it. I was like, well,
I don't know about that.
okay.
It's got a very unique taste.
Mhm. It's like a salty ass beer.
Yeah.
There's a little spice kick to it. It's not too spicy,
Yeah, same here. Yeah, this one doesn't have...
but I might get into it more as you go. And
Mhm.
you add a few cubes, whatnot.
And as it all coalesces, mixes, But yeah, so far so good. Wow. Something new on the fucking podcast, man.
Hey,
I love it.
Michelada.
Muffalata. You ever had a muffalata?
Roofilada.
Roofilata.
Oh, there's a little spice kick there.
Right.
Nice.
Oh, you hit it?
Yeah,
You hit a
kind of
little
caught me
spice
off
pocket?
guard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Joshy liked the spice. And you need to know that,
True.
y'all.
All right, so
yeah, back
to Denver. Let's tell us about your brewery experiences, or which ones did you hit, which ones were your
man.
favorite, which ones sucked. Give us the lowdown.
It was really cool hitting up True Brewing, or TRVE. That's a Roman numeral V5.
Okay, yeah.
But we'll have a beer of theirs. It's a sour porter. It's a heavy metal brewery where you
That's
walk
awesome.
in and they got like taps with like scrolls of like goat heads and shit on them, and some candles lit, and it's all kind of really dark.
Yeah.
And they're blaring fucking like, some good ass metal. And I'm like, this is sweet. I could totally get in this. I expected to see like a dozen Russian Imperial stouts just lined up after another.
Sure.
Not even close. It's actually they make a lot of sours, which
Oh,
kind
okay.
of surprised me.
Yeah.
Sours and mixed culture beers.
I'm a man who can appreciate a good sour.
Yeah. They're unique, and I always like to try them. And I have not tried this. They did have a badass coffee sour
Yeah.
at the brewery. It was a smaller brewery. Maybe
A coffee sour.
Yeah. I've had a couple of those, and they're all pretty good. So
Sure.
I hope that becomes more of a thing.
I've come to learn that coffee and beer go together pretty well.
Yeah. Well, beer got me into coffee, so.
I'm not quite there yet, but I definitely, some good coffee beers out there. Okay, so besides True Brewing,
So True Brewing was downtown Denver. Avery was awesome. We got VIP there, wristbands and all, so free beer. That was fucking
that's
awesome.
cool. When it comes to Avery, what are some of their big sellers?
Uncle Jacob's is amazing. It's a barrel aged stout,
Mhm.
kind of like their Bourbon County.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, man.
They had so
That was
many
a Bourbon
varieties.
County.
They had so many varieties of other stuff.
Sure.
Like some 18%ers. I didn't dabble into those because there was so much going on. And then they had tequila. I don't do tequila.
At all.
Allergies.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I get sick as fuck on that. Yeah. Anyways, so they had actually some old school beers, like Egyptian style stuff. They all were kind of sours. They were all right. They're definitely worth a try.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah.
When in Denver.
So, yeah. Avery, they're pros, and it's cool. I got to go to their old building, and now they've developed in this massive, gigantic building with just tanks on tanks of beer going, and they deserve it. They deserve it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh is going to die.
I got some celery salt in the back of my throat, babes. So, Avery was awesome.
I'm above the rim.
Yeah, so I'm drinking like 5-ounce $9 pours of it, the Uncle Jacobs on the house. Man. I was like, thank you. We also hit up Oscar Blues. That was really cool, and they're kind of collab with Cigar City, and Cigar City finally made it out to Denver like the week before he got there.
Cool.
And they actually had one barrel of their Hunapoo, which is like one of the most rare wanted beers that exists.
Nice.
Hunapoo, that's their badass
Hunapoo?
Imperial Bomb Stout, whatever. Yeah, so they had that, but not there when I was there. They had like a week before we got there. But they had some Cigar City stuff, which great brewery. And that was cool. Got a good tour there at the barrel rooms and everything.
Yep.
We also, our first stop was Left Hand Brewing.
Oh,
great.
I love me some Left Hand.
You actually, it's surprising how it's not that big of a place.
Is it really?
And they're a big brewery. Like they sell a lot
they're out there.
They sell quantities, man.
Absolutely.
That was a cool place, and they had a Wake Up Dead barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout, which was only available at the brewery, and they just tapped it when we got there.
That's awesome.
We got lucky. Yeah.
Man. Left Hand. Oh man, the milk stouts.
Yeah, man. Solid. Great Divide Brewing. We went to the downtown and the barrel room.
Sure.
Great Divide. They don't come to Wisconsin yet, but I'm sure they will eventually.
Mm-hmm.
They do the Yeti. That's what they're known for. It's an Imperial Stout. Super good.
Yeah. Yeti.
Had some barrel aged Yeti when I was down there. Let's see. Their barrel place is huge. And next to...
You had a barrel aged Yeti.
Barrel aged Yeti. It was a Yeti
in a
barrel, and they drank it.
Folks.
It turned into a liquid format.
Nice.
It was gross.
Yeah.
But Mockery Brewing was next to them. They're a smaller brewery, and I could see something with that place. They had the best IPA I had while I was down there.
Right on.
Their double IPA was amazing. Close to something like Toppling Goliath's.
Really?
And Toppling Goliath is the bee's knees when it comes to an IPA.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Mockery, though, yeah, I could see them turning into something bigger. Next time I swing out to Denver, I wouldn't be surprised they're in a bigger location.
Right.
Or just
huge.
Or just
expansions.
Yeah. Well, no, that was one that stuck out to me. And Epic Brewing was awesome.
Oh, man.
They had the Son of the Baptist. The Big Bad Baptist went out of season while I was there, so I got one.
They didn't know you were coming? They couldn't just kept a glass in the fridge?
Actually, the reps should have told them I was coming. We had this deep and dark conversation about me going there. He was actually there like the day before I was there. The rep from Wisconsin.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, kind of funny, but
that is wow. What a coincidence.
Yeah, it would have been great. It would have been cool to run into him there. It would have been kind of crazy. But yeah, Epic's great. Cricket Stave. Everybody rants about them. They are known for their sours and one of the most sought after for their sours in the country. They don't come. We don't get them around here. I believe they reach Iowa, which is weird, but
so they're getting closer.
They're growing, but I mean, only so much. You know? And that's in a unique building. Like it looks like an old building that got revamped into something super, super nice.
Okay.
And all the restaurants in there, like, am I gonna pay $1,000 for
like a ramshackle like hillbilly shack with a really
on the outside? Cool? On the outside, it looks like an abandoned warehouse kind of. You go on the inside, it's like fucking fancy lad paying $1,000 for a taco kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't like
your typical Denver convenience store.
it was like restaurants, and then some other fancy wine store, and then Crooked Stave in the back. And
awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could have went,
awesome.
man.
Yeah. And then we hit up several others.
So best brewery that you went to out there?
Avery's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
It wasn't just the best combination of experience, and the product. I guess the whole package.
It was like last time I went to Avery, I got like a personal tour and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little bit more like, oh, sweet babe, thanks for taking care of me. And they took care of us, but like it was like they were busy as shit. So it's like a self tour that you just kind of walk through the top. And you look down at all the workage happening, the brewing or the bottling and the tanks and whatnot. But it wasn't overall the VIP beer and Uncle Jacob's. Probably the best I had down there was the Uncle Jacob's.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. There's so many. I enjoyed the whole trip. True Brewing was cool as fuck.
Were there any that were disappointing where you thought like, oh, I was expecting more?
I was kind of hoping for more beers at Epic. A lot of Epic's beers we can get here.
Okay, right. Know? So something unique.
The only thing different was like there's maybe a couple beers but that wasn't that interesting to me.
Micheladas. Enchiladas. God, I can't pronounce anything Spanish. I'm just the worst. But
Tamalada.
But man, that sounds like an awesome,
How's yours?
Trip, dude. Really good. Really good. Would you like a sip of this?
Nah, it's fine.
All right.
I got this one. I got this one to go through.
Right on.
Yeah, I'll get one of those.
It's going
ones
down
next
good
time.
though. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird that there's not like a whole fried butterball turkey sitting, coming out of the cup. This is Wisconsin.
Yeah, and, people like to do the overly done up Bloody Marys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I prefer just getting food.
Shout out to Sobelman's. Shout outs.
Silvermans.
Superman.
So yeah, I mean, what else?
I'm glad you got back in one piece, dude.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Did you do any gaming while you were on the road?
No time. I didn't even hit the gym when I was down there, man.
Wow.
That
Josh,
was crazy.
You got to keep yourself, in shape for the audience out here. They expect this.
Oh, drinking at like 15 breweries. First thing I did when I hit the gym, I was like, let's go to the scale. Let's see how this. I was like,
I would just went by it, man.
I didn't gain a pound.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
All right. So double bonus, man.
Sure.
I suppose.
But I'm back. Gaming. I picked up a few games. I stopped at Level 7 Gaming. Oh, and I also stopped at Mile High Comics. That was a cool place. Huge. It's the biggest comic book store in the world.
Remember you saying that. How big is it, would you say?
So big. I don't fucking know, man. It's huge.
Okay.
It is huge. A lot of stuff is overpriced.
Big, man. That thing's huge.
A lot of stuff is overpriced. I bought a few action figures of some NBA and NFL players.
Really?
Because they're like $2 each. I'm like, hey, I was just talking about Wally Serbiak. Nobody talks about Wally Serbiak.
Not even Wally Serbiak.
Nah.
No, he doesn't talk about himself.
Yeah. So I'm like, I get to the front desk or the front counter. I'm like, you guys don't sell sports figures here, do you? And they're like from like 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
I got a Glenn Robinson figure from like 20 years ago.
Nice. Yeah.
On the Bucks.
Just got the room with like the sad starting lineup.
Yeah. There was a lot. I mean, they had like Mike Bibby's and
Mike
Bibby's.
You bet your Bibby.
No Vlade Divac though. But so tons of comic book stuff. That place is cool. Level 7 games. Apparently, there's 3 around the area. The one I went to was kind of cool. Some stuff was a little overpriced, but I mean, I understand that business needed to make it out in Denver.
Good selection, though?
Decent selection, yeah.
Okay.
I bought a few. I bought Super Adventure Island on Super Nintendo.
Oh, nice.
And
I always wanted to play that one because I haven't.
PS3, PS2 games. I forgot what, though. I don't know what they're called, actually. One was like a Capcom game. Sengoku, something maybe.
Okay.
Like a battle one. I don't know. Capcom made it. It was like $5.
Okay. It's
got
to be solid. Capcom makes games.
Stuff, yeah.
And things sometimes.
Mm.
Sometimes.
So that's probably my Denver experience right there. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And can't wait to go back. But,
well,
in time.
I can't wait to go back either. Yeah, if that a consolation. Jerk.
There's other breweries out we want to hit up too, but I mean, we did well.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd say, because if I would have probably hit up maybe 3 in that period of time.
Yeah, you would have.
But, I salute you, sir. Wow.
Thanks, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the state of Colorado salutes you, too.
Hey.
For your patronage.
Somebody's got to drink the beer.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, have you been playing anything since you've gotten back?
Oh,
of the video
man.
games. Should we get into the video game talk? Would you like to do that?
I think I was playing something. What was I playing, Tom? I've been freaking busy.
I got powder all over my fingers.
Shoot, I was playing. I mean to play Blood Dragon, but I have not had time. But actually, I got to finally start this game.
Oh, it's like show and tell.
I finally got to start this game.
What game?
Dream World Pogi, an unreleased Nintendo game that the Oliver twins, I believe they're called. I'm not sure about that. I think that's their name.
Okay.
The 2 guys used to make a lot of games like with this Dizzy character.
Oh yeah, Dizzy the dumb
those are
egg,
like the
color dreams, right?
Those were the gold cartridges that weren't licensed, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so they weren't licensed, but this one looks like the old school Nintendo style. They did a Kickstarter, and they got supported, and it didn't go much past that. They're gonna make as many as they got supported. It was only $25 for the game, and they probably only made like 400 of them.
So is that a game that was actually made back in the era?
No, this is reproduced.
Oh, this is like a homebrew. Like
yeah,
a recent,
well, the game was made, and they pulled it out of a box in the attic, and here it is, Pogi. You're this purple, fuzzy, weird. Look at those freaking eyes.
Well, get up there, show the people.
Look at them eyes.
Look at them eyes, man.
Yeah. You're like this cute little thing, and it looks like an adventure island type world.
Right.
It looks cool. It's pretty smooth. Controls are nice. I like it better than the Dizzy games by far.
I've never played a Dizzy game.
And yeah.
Somehow all those the unlicensed games, like when I was a kid, I always thought like, oh, I'm doing a bad thing by playing these. They just looked. I'm like,
I don't know,
cheap. Yeah, or a knockoff. Even though they were actual.
Yeah. And they worked.
Straight up developed games like an NES.
I didn't really play a lot of them.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I even ever really seen those kind of games in stores as a kid. A lot of Tengen. Yeah.
I just picked up Alien Syndrome.
Oh, Alien Syndrome, yeah. Yeah.
On Tengen.
Those were unlicensed as well.
Yeah, but I heard it's an awesome game. I heard it's basically the Alien, and
bit.
everything about it or something like that.
I remember renting that kid from a really small mom and pop grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time ago. And I know at the time I didn't like it. And I think I rented the game Platoon. Based on, that hit movie Splatoon.
Yeah.
Directed by
Ink Blots.
That Oliver guy. I liked it better than Platoon, but that's not saying much.
You didn't like Platoon?
As a kid, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
I hadn't seen it since I was probably 13 or something like that.
Oh, I meant the game. I don't think I've ever seen the movie.
I had the game. I haven't played it. It was one of those $1 pickups before the retro gaming community went crazy.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still $5 now, but
right.
Yeah, it's one of those games. I don't know. I never really heard much about. Nobody ever talks about it.
There's probably a reason for that.
Platoon.
Shout out.
Charlie Sheen. Defoe. But yeah, Dreamworld Pogi. It's a pretty cool game. I want to play it more. I haven't had a lot of time.
You're right.
I played for the first 4
So can you direct
levels.
Can you direct order it yet? From the
I'm not
website?
sure. I think
pretty
they
much
just did
one run.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw him again.
We'll see you again, Pogi.
If you saw more production or whatever. I just hope they're somewhat in different print, maybe a different label or something. For the first prints.
Yeah.
You know, it was only $25, like shipped from the UK. Yeah.
Oh, that's
where they're from.
Shit, man. That means the game cost $1.
Yeah.
Because the rest
cost
of
that
the
much to ship.
Right.
But I thought it was cool, and I was surprised it didn't get as much of a hit with the retro gaming community as it did. I thought it was gonna be like thousands of people like, yeah, fuck yeah, a new Nintendo game to play that just never released. And it's a good game. It's really cool.
I bet,
so
yeah.
far.
I don't know what
the music's top notch. The music is total Nintendo.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like you kind of like fucking bob your head while you're playing. Like, yeah, right. oh yeah.
We got a fucking rave. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a chiptune rave, man.
Beep 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 beep. In all 8 bits. But yeah, so I played that. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, Killer Instinct, the definitive edition.
Killer Instinct.
That's what I played. Killer Instinct.
On
Xbox
what are you playing?
One.
The Xbox Uno.
Yeah, it's this new system that came out.
Combo breaker.
Yeah. Oh, it's combo as
I think
hell.
I just slurred my combo breaker.
Yeah. So Killer Instinct's pretty cool.
Micheladas.
It's fun, and it's only like a $25 shipped on Amazon kind of deal right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the definitive edition has all the seasons
All
of
3 seasons.
Yeah,
Or
3
seasons.
and of additional characters
That's the one with the Battletoads.
such as Rash from the Battletoads.
Fuck you, Pimple and Zits.
Yeah.
Yeah. No love.
Yeah,
No love.
only Rash over here.
Rash was the
Itchy.
good one.
Yeah, he's the cool.
Rash was
one.
the Donatello of the Battletoads.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Don't you get started over here with that. But there's also like General Ram from
oh, right.
Gears of War.
The first one.
That's
yeah.
kind of cool. He's like huge.
Yeah.
And there's a character from Halo too.
Rammstein.
Yeah.
General Rammstein.
General Rammstein. Du hast
mich.
Du hast Carmine.
gefragt. We're scaring the people. We're scaring the children.
So
German is scary.
it's fun. It looks really
Just the
smooth.
language
The game looks really. Shut up, Tom.
Please.
I'm glad you
Please
got
go
the note on Red Shirt Day. Everybody else wearing a
It
red
was Red
shirt
Shirt
today?
Day.
You guys wearing red shirts too today?
It's Red Shirt fucking Sunday, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
An
Anyways.
episode of Star Trek. We're gonna die.
Eh.
Ha 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 ha.
Killer Instinct looks very, very cool. Like the levels and everything. I just wish they're like the Mortal Kombat game had like a few parts where you can interact with the stages.
With the stages, right?
They don't
like
have
Injustice too.
They have some like spots in the Killer Instinct, like some of the levels where it just looks like it should be usable in some kind of way. They don't have any of that, but either way, it's still a cool fighter.
Yeah.
And it looks great.
Yeah, man.
And I'm glad I finally got to play it.
Good.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got the Xbox One, they had a free demo, or maybe you could play. Yeah, you could play as like 2 unlocked characters.
I heard something like if you bought it day one, it came with a free Killer Instinct pass or something like that, or like
it was
DLC.
You could get the game, but you could only play as whatever character they had unlocked that day, and they would just randomly like unlock 1 or 2 characters.
Okay,
So you couldn't do the full roster unless you bought the game.
Yeah, I saw it. They had like Fulgore available the other day.
Yeah. But the graphics are really good. I mean,
Yeah.
some of it reminded me of like almost like claymation looking, which I guess the old Killer Instincts were kind of like looked like that when they with the rendered.
Yeah.
It was back in the days when they just started doing like the fucking silicon graphics rendering, computer graphics.
Yeah, and I like some of those characters too. Like they got their Scorpion, Sub-Zero as Cinder and
Scorpion
and Glacius or whatever. And
sure.
Well, you got the boxer guy, so you got your Balrog guy.
Yeah.
TJ combo.
Yeah, right. Are they doing more? They're doing more seasons, right? That just keeps going on.
I think it is. And there's some other characters that they didn't unleash. There's a Kilgore character. Fulgore is one of the regular characters, and then Kilgore is supposed to be him with like machine guns and more robotics and crazy shit.
That's really scary. I'm starting to get really scared.
I know. So
Somebody
yeah,
hold me.
Killer Instinct. Pick it up if you haven't yet. It's like $25.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
a lot of content there. For sure.
How about you? You've been playing some stuff?
I have kind of. it's kind of the same story where we left off the last episode. Still kind of playing Persona, and I'm still just kind of meandering through that. You know, I keep saying, like, the next time I play it is when the claws are going to get into me and it's going to hook me, and I'm just going to play that for ever and ever.
Yeah.
But every time I'm playing it, I visualize me playing other stuff at the same time. So it's just a really fucked up time. And I've been traveling, so, you know, I've been having trouble, like, you know, having the whole Legend of Zelda postpartum depression, trying to find a new game. Oh, I got a Spice Pocket. Woo!
Spice Pocket. Yeah! I'm gonna have to get one of those ones and try that.
So I said, fuck it. I just started playing Zelda again. So I'm like, you know, maybe I thought, like, maybe that's my body telling me, hey, you weren't meant to move on to another game.
You can play it for like another 100 hours, right?
And the funny thing is I just checked the other day. I didn't realize. I think they just added in one of the patches like a percentage meter of how much you've done. I think I played 150 hours, and it said
holy shit, man!
And it said it was like I completed 15.1% of the game.
15.1.
15.1% of the game in 150 hours.
That.
So, yeah. Well, and I've been traveling too, so my options of playing games are kind of limited.
Take the Switch with you.
Take the Switch with me. Fucking love the Switch. It's great. And so I've been, you know, playing that in the hotel room by myself, you know, draw a nice bath.
Get some oils.
Yeah. I don't have bubble bath, so I just put shampoo in there and light some candles and play some Zelda, you know. It's just really fun.
Yeah.
And what else have I been playing? Still going through Injustice. I'm surprised I haven't beat this story yet, because the story's like, 3 hours long. But I play a couple matches and, you know.
Yeah, you chip at it.
Yep.
Kind of like Killer Instinct. I've been chipping at it.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I'll play 4 fights and.
Yeah.
Actually,
I find myself
with the amount of comboing you do.
Right. Carpal tunnel.
Yeah, man.
Dude. It's the thing. The struggle is real. Yeah. It's just something about mainlining fighting games. I just can't do it. You know, I can't sit there and just fucking binge.
I always get through it like however many fights I want to, and I usually end up doing a few more after my hands are already like, fuck this, man.
Right.
Get out. Get
out, man.
Put your hands in the ice.
Put your hands in the air.
In the air.
As if you don't care. Or something.
Yeah.
Okay. What else have I been playing? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. I think so. It's like, yeah, Persona and Justice, and then
be it.
Then went back to Zelda, and you know, I really do think Persona is gonna get me. Swear to God, it's almost there.
It looks cool to me. It's definitely not my kind of game.
It's got a slow start. I mean, maybe I got 20 hours in, and it's still you're still in the tutorial mode of that game. You know, where it's still telling you unlocking new things. Like, oh, by the way, now you have access to the R1 button, and it shows you the map.
And yay, here comes grappling hooks.
Yeah, but it's very bizarre kind of concept. It's not like your typical like fantasy RPG.
Yeah. You
know, shit. You're like school kids, and you can infiltrate the minds of some fucked up teachers. And so it's really interesting, and there's lots of swearing. The translation of that game is kind of maybe not the best. Not the best.
Yeah.
I could only imagine like all the English voice actors who had to read the lines for that. Some of it's just very stilted. And
it's kind of awesome, actually.
It is. I mean, but you can just you can hear it in the voice actors, like just the way they deliver the lines. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is, no one in their right mind would ever say this way, you know. So, but it's still really good. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. So, yeah, not a lot to report.
No,
but that's okay.
Yeah, so be it.
Yes. I hope to get a new video card for my computer soon, so I can get back to doing some of the VR shit that I've been missing out. It's been a few months.
Dude, that one game looks amazing on Oculus. I played the demo.
Robo Recall?
Yeah, that looks so cool.
That's one of the reasons I want to get it. And I know there's been a few.
And now they got that deal, I think, with that game. I think it's like I think with that game and like the Touch or the whatever controllers.
Yep.
Like $99 or something.
Yeah, they came out a new bundle.
Yeah.
Yep. They dropped the price by
cool.
$100. Yeah. I know. I just read I don't know if it's a true story or not a true story, but Palmer Luckey, the kid that started Oculus, he was kind of kicked out of the company.
Okay.
Because it was found that he was supporting a presidential candidate at the time who may be president now, and he weren't
on board, or
he was kind of posting, and he was like just filtering money to this site that shit posts and just about Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And so that kind of got out.
It's not something you want.
No, he did it under a pseudonym, but it came out that it was Palmer, and he's just this 23-year-old kid, and he's like, yeah, well, fuck you, whatever, I don't care, it's what I do. And so he gradually kind of, after that, you didn't really hear from him too much anymore.
Yeah.
And then one day, Facebook was just like, who owns Oculus, said like, okay, we'll see you later. Or like, we want to thank.
Facebook owns Oculus?
Yeah, Facebook bought Oculus. That's why Palmer Luckey was like a billionaire. Or almost
wow.
Anyways, so I guess he to further the whole like political thing, he just came out with a virtual just a VR experience where it's like the border wall that they're talking about building.
Yeah.
It's just I think a virtual experience where
you're building a wall.
You can see the border wall or something, like it's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's a virtual border wall. Yeah, stay classy, Palmer.
Yeah, it's
and these
funny,
are
though.
Unfounded. I didn't do a lot of research on that, but I did just see that on Twitter not too long ago. So, whatever.
Hey.
Oh,
so
Terry Diebold's in the house. He says, "Lube me up." What the fuck, Terry? This ain't that kind of podcast, buddy.
He meant with beer.
Oh, I guess so.
It's that kind of podcast.
Those Pennsylvanians.
We do lube with beer.
That's right.
Often.
They're so weird. So yeah, that was just a funny little little tidbit there. But I want to get back into VR because my Oculus has just been sitting around collecting dust, and it's all because I don't have a video card. So
yeah.
Somebody have an extra video card? I'm looking for a 1080 Ti.
Donations.
If you got one, send it to me.
Tom,
I'll give you a shout out.
I'm gonna get us glass for our next beer.
Oh,
we're unprofessional like that, so.
Yeah. We need to get a mini fridge up here in the studio, the podcast loft, but one day.
Pepe Leon.
Oh my God! All right, there he goes. Everybody, wave bye, Josh. Okay, this is so awkward. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. So yeah, how's your day? Seriously, how's your day? Got any plans? Tomorrow's Monday, so make the best of today, because today is the first day of the rest of your life. Anybody on Facebook? Oh my God. Okay. There are people. Yeah. Hello. So you guys excited about E3? It's like video game Christmas. It starts today. Do you guys know what this is? Have you heard of it? It's my favorite time of year. What? Are you coming back? Shh. Don't tell Josh what we were talking about. Don't tell him what... Oh, hey, we were just sitting around, just chatting.
Hey, guys.
Hey, welcome back.
Thanks. It's great to be back, guys.
I don't know what I just
I
missed
y'all.
Yeah. Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Hacked into the mainframe.
Oh, did you take the red pill? Are you excited for E3?
I ain't got time, man.
It doesn't mean you can't be excited.
I'll be excited
I
when
don't have time to be excited for. Fuck you.
Dude.
Honestly.
Dude. I'm a real adult.
Yeah,
I got a bartend at 6 o'clock.
As real adults do.
I'll be excited. I'm going to definitely check out all the headlines and be like, all the stuff that sticks out is going to get thrown out at you on Facebook and everywhere right away.
Right.
So I'll read through them, and then I'll get excited on whatever topic's what. So, is there anything you're looking forward to?
I just like the press conferences, and like with you, I like the headlines. Like we kind of mentioned, I think the Microsoft press conference is today at 4 p.m. Central Time.
Hey, perfect time to have it.
It's going to be a good one, hopefully. This is where they're supposedly going to unveil the Project Scorpio, actually, and give a price and a release date. I just checked Twitter, and the rumor has it that the Scorpio is going to cost $499.
Oh, getting back to those PS3 launch day prices.
You know,
buddy.
it's not been confirmed. They haven't, you know, the press conference still has to go. But my boy Jeff Keighley just said, I can say with great confidence that it's going to be $499.
With great confidence.
Yeah, which is not good. But we can talk about that later. Josh.
So back to beer.
Yeah. The beer.
The beer.
The beer.
Like I said, this is Revengeance from True Brewing.
Metal Gear Rising.
From, Metal Gear Revengeance from True Brewing out of Denver, Colorado. It is a sour porter.
You're a sour porter.
Yeah, I am, buddy.
God damn.
And it's a whopping 5.1 ABV.
Oh, 5.1.
Yeah. So
like, shit, man. I got bottled water that more ABV than that.
Yeah, you do.
Remember when you thought you were cool when you started drinking Bud Ice when that shit came out and it said like 5.5%.
Holy
Remember
shit! Bud Ice.
Huh?
Last time I saw Bud Ice, I was in New York City.
Is that still a thing?
Saw one. We're getting 40 ounces. I was probably just 21.
I thought natural ice kind of took the whole.
Oh god, that's the worst beer ever
market.
made. Natty anything, Natty Light, Natty Ice. If you drink that in the regular, I feel sorry for you.
Sorry.
I do.
For you.
And no, it's not me being an asshole. It's just, dude, that's the worst shit in the world.
Right.
That's piss. It's not piss water. It's piss.
Wow. That's like double the piss, man.
Yeah.
That's like a double IPA.
Worst drink on the planet. Natty anything.
Okay.
So
you've heard it here.
Now that is out of the way. What's next, Tom?
Nothing.
Oh shit. That's it,
Nothing.
guys.
That's
Bye.
it. Let's
try this beer, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Huh?
This is gonna be a change of pace from the Michelado.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. I was thinking about that during the drinking process. I'm like, that's gonna be interesting.
Need a palate cleanser here.
It's a sour porter.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's really sour at the end.
Wow.
Oh,
Josh, I don't know.
I enjoy it.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's not bad by any stretch. Just different.
It's because
most sours are different.
The malts they use
Yeah.
are like porter, roasty malts.
School me with your malt talk. Take me to church.
Just basically it. It's they're using roasty malts, which make porters.
Okay.
And they made a sour with it. So like Belgian style yeast or wild fermentation.
Well, I must say that I think it's okay.
Yep. Nah.
Thank you,
I like
True Brewing.
I like it.
I do love the art. For a video game podcast.
Well, I did say sour first, so
Yeah.
sour. Porter.
And I miss that. I
And
did
this
miss
is
that
more
part.
sour than any of the other beers they had.
Is it?
Yeah.
On the sourness scale?
Yep.
Is there a sour scale? There's a bitter scale. There's an IBU. Is there a sour?
Pretty much, I'm
Sour
sure.
Patch Kids?
There's
It's
not a
like-
specific scale, but just expect it to be sour, I guess I'd say.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you want to cover a little bit of news
Yeah, let's go over the news, Tom.
in the video game world? It's been kind of light. It's E3, so a
We're
lot
waiting.
of people are...
Everything's going to happen after the show.
Right, everyone's saving up all their big announcements for the press conferences.
I did see that Battlefront 2 trailer.
Oh, new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, EA had the press conference on Saturday, I think.
Okay.
I didn't see it. How was it? I heard everyone's saying it's gorgeous.
I'm sure. The last Battlefront was one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
What do you mean you're sure? You saw the trailer. What does it look like, Josh?
Looks good.
Josh.
I watched this morning
Talk
when I
to
was
me.
half awake, dude. But I mean, I'm like, they're digging up all of the stuff that wasn't in the previous one, and the previous one had all the good Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if that's only like Clone Wars, Darth Maul, which Darth Maul was a cool looking character who ended up becoming
in a shitty fucking movie. Yeah.
and ended up looking like a lame twat.
Yep. He's like,
so I mean,
no teeth. That guy. Just no teeth. Looked like a badass, but just was a big fucking.
no teeth. Just said gums.
Yeah, I think that was his problem. Just bad dental hygiene.
Yeah.
That Darth
He's
Maul.
like he pulls out his like double laser twat sword beam.
Laser twat.
Yeah.
Name of my next band.
So yeah, he pulls it out and he's like, he frowns or he makes you a face, and all of a sudden you see his gum line. And it's like, whoa.
Right, yeah, right. He's just really
Kind of
angry.
like you kind of just back up. You're like, this guy's got bad breath.
Right. He just needed like an extreme makeover.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you think the red and black was the ladybug paint was due to bad hygiene, like an infection or something? Because how does that happen?
It was probably like a little bit of skin hygiene. It's like vitiligo, just with a red version, you know, stuff that Michael Jackson had.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, Battlefront 2 looks great.
I'm excited that I might actually play this one because it's a single player campaign.
Yeah,
which the last one did not have, and people knocked
what I was
the
gonna
shit
bring
out
up.
of it. Yeah.
One didn't have a campaign, and I was so bummed. I was like, this looks so great, and I could only imagine how great a campaign would have been with all this.
Right.
And I really hated episode 1 through 3, the 90s ones.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
Oof.
All of them.
A little rough.
And that's where this game's going to make me go, it might be fun to play, but I'm not going to dig these characters at all. Like, because I fucking hate those movies. They suck.
You don't like Hayden Christensen? He killed the younglings.
The Yinglings?
The Yinglings.
Dude.
Talk about a beer we can't get. That we should be able to get here in Wisconsin.
Rather have
Come on,
Yingling. Rather have Yingling than the Bud Light and the Miller Lights, so.
I would, absolutely. A good Yingling is a good Yingling.
It's a good lager.
Yeah. Totally looking forward to Battlefront 2. I will play that.
I'll get it too.
I didn't even play one fucking second of the first one.
Really?
And I love Star Wars, so.
It's all multiplayer.
I'm an asshole. I don't like to play with people.
Yeah, and I don't always want to play multiplayer either, and that's kind of why I didn't log that many hours into it. But, you know, I had a few binge nights where I probably put 5 hours into playing it.
Yeah.
But that game looks great, so the second one I'm sure will look even better. But I hope that they have episodes 4 through 6 characters as well.
They better.
I hope. Otherwise, it's going to be tough for me to want to play a campaign.
I think it would have to be because the campaign is actually starts during Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
he plays a woman, an Imperial officer who's down on fucking Endor, and they blow up the Death Star, her home, and then I think in the first trailer they showed, like, she's just staring up and sees the Death Star explode, and she's like, what the fuck? So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Play you out, bro.
That's
right. So, yeah.
So,
what other news you got?
Well, do you remember a game of do you remember the Sega Dreamcast, Josh?
I love the Sega Dreamcast.
I think we had an episode on the Dreamcast. That sounded really... I sounded like Paul McCartney on that one. Yeah. I think we had an episode of the Dreamcast.
We had an episode of the Dreamcast, Tom.
That's crazy.
And it was fucking good. It was a good
So
episode.
there was a game on a Dreamcast called Seaman. Be careful how you say it. Seaman.
Tom has this problem because I always call it Caution Seaman.
Yeah, it's usually before something else happens.
It just rolls off the tongue so much easier.
Yeah.
So, Caution Seaman was a unique game.
It was a very unique game.
Where you talked on a mic through your controller to Patrick Nimoy.
Patrick Leonard Nimoy of the Boston Nimoys.
Of the Bostones.
Yeah. The Dreamcast kind of has a reputation of being a quirky kind of system, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why it's kind of beloved. That's why I loved it.
A lot of arcadeness.
But a lot of just weird shit too. And Seaman was probably the weirdest. You know, it's in the running for the weirdest of the weirdest shit on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, and it still weirds me out if you go back and watch a video or something, and the conversations you have with these fish that are growing.
Yep. You raise a pet with a human face.
With a human face on a fish.
And he evolves.
And he talks to you. And he's usually a snippy little snarky.
He's an asshole. He's a fucking asshole.
So it makes you want to kill him, and that's probably what usually happens.
Yep. They die. And you have to check in every day and make sure that the temperature is carrying with the right temperature.
Yeah, if you want to keep him alive,
Yep.
you had to do that stuff.
Yep.
Usually killed him because he made snobby remarks.
Yes.
So
And you could talk to him and say, like, hi, Seaman.
What's this?
So, this last week on Twitter, it came out that the Ute Saito, he's the guy that made the first Seaman, and it's actually his face.
Legend.
Honestly, legend. He tweeted a picture of him and a couple other developers wearing T-shirts that kind of hinted at a Seaman 2, and they called it the Seaman AI. It's like seamanai.com. There was also one person was wearing like a T-shirt with the website on it. So,
Yeah.
But I went there and it's all in Japanese, so I don't know. It's just like one video.
Okay.
So it sounds like the Seaman 2 is going to be a real thing. Yeah, he just tweeted out, seemingly a new project is being started, and yeah, they all had the silhouette of Seaman, and
That's weird.
so it's fucking crazy.
I never thought that would be a thing.
I think they made a Seaman 2 actually that only came out in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, and I've only seen pictures of it, but
Caution again.
Seaman.
Yeah. Again.
So I gotta hand it to him. If this is actually a thing, I'm actually kind of excited just to see what it's gonna be, you know.
Yeah.
And I look forward to talking to it and it berating me and just being a fucking dick to me again. But you know, it's good to see fucking weird games like
Whose
that.
voice do you think they're gonna get this time?
That's a good question.
Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
Yes. We all want Morgan Freeman's
The
sweet
Shawshank
voice.
Seaman. Yeah. Andy Dufresne.
Seaman Redemption.
The Seaman Redemption. That would be good, actually. I'd do that. Fucking.
That's crazy, Tom.
That is crazy
That's
talk.
crazy news.
How about some Nintendo talk? Just quickly.
Old Nintendo or new?
New Nintendo.
Okay.
So. Don't laugh at Nintendo. Why do you hate them? Why do you hate them?
What? Continue, Tom.
Okay. So earlier when the Switch came out, Nintendo, they have an online service, but it's bare bones. There's nothing, I mean, there's no frills about it. But when the Switch came out, they said they were going to eventually come out with a paid service that has, extra bells and whistles, like, party conversations and chat. Oh, we can talk. One day we can talk about they came out with their chat, their voice chat, solution.
Ooh, I've heard that. That's
for,
a mess.
For the Twit, or for the Switch.
The Twit?
Yeah. That's probably another topic for another day, but it's the most convoluted thing ever. But, so they're online, they announced that they were originally going to start charging for their online services, like, in August or this fall sometime, once they had all their features in place. So it came out that, okay, online is going to be free until at least 2018. I guess they're kind of delaying. They're reaching roadblocks, so they need to have the extra time to incorporate all the features. But they did kind of change their stance on games or at least one of the aspects of the online service was the fact that, okay, if you subscribed, every month you would get access to one game, and then you'd be able to play that until the month was over, and then you wouldn't have access to that game anymore, and you'd get access to another game. Well, now they said that they kind of changed their approach, and it's going to be more of like a Netflix style games as a service. So you have access. Your games won't expire, which is actually pretty cool.
That's kind of crappy because PlayStation and I'm assuming Xbox, when you are a Xbox Live member, at least a PlayStation Plus member, you can go back and play those games. They're in your library. As long as you're a Plus member, you can play them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's kind of...
Sometimes you're just busy as shit for a whole month. You're like, well, I just bought this game, so I'm gonna play this, and that's like the only game you play for a month, and then you can't like, oh, but that's a cool game too. I hope to play this fucking game, but I only got 30 days.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so many times that I would miss out on some of those games of the month, not download them. And
all you gotta do is click add to library.
And that's all I had to do. It's just, click. And I couldn't even get that in within 30 days because I'm a lazy fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And so let alone actually play through a game every month. So now they turn, they change their tune, and now they're saying, like, no, games aren't going to expire, and you'll have access. They'll keep kind of adding.
Good move.
Yeah. So far, the games that have been announced have been like Super Mario 3, Balloon Fight, and
a lot of retro stuff.
Dr. Mario.
Okay.
A lot of retro stuff. But one of the cool things is...
that's why they didn't want a Nintendo Mini anymore or Nintendo Classic anymore.
That might be one of the reasons.
Yeah. They're not going to be able to...
And they didn't say this is like replacing the Virtual Console, but they didn't have a name for this either, so I don't know what. But one of the cool things is these games are going to be online enabled. So the old games, so like Balloon Fight, now you can play over, 2-player over the
That's
net.
Cool.
And apparently this is going to be the case for all the games that come out on it. So you can do,
well, 2-player games and stuff.
2-player games, yeah. There you can play baseball.
Bubble
stars.
Bobble and all that bullshit. Contra with people and...
Yeah. You do the Tecmo Bowl,
Oh, that can get competitive.
So that might be something.
Yeah.
So this is actually something that we'll take this as a win that Nintendo's actually kind of
it's a good
doing
move.
something that's something consumer facing, not just doing like a just being Nintendo. Just they're being very un-Nintendo by giving us something that is actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll see if there's any
honestly
red tape
don't make the good moves, but that sounds better than what they were gonna do.
And the service it's a monthly thing, but it's only like $20 a year. So I mean that's really reasonable.
I suppose we'll just wait and see what it is when it actually comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, this is like the first time they've ever gotten serious about online, or at least charging for online, because Nintendo Online has always been free. Xbox One S just got a price reduction.
Yeah.
To $199.
Oh, nice.
So
that's a good deal.
Pick it up. It's probably this just happened yesterday, I think, 2 days ago. So it's in anticipation of the Scorpio. Yeah. Which I hope is not $499. Fucking Microsoft.
So what do you think though? If it's $499, do you think it's going to slump still?
Yeah, absolutely.
I really
because it has to match. It has to match. I really
think it's automatic.
It has to match PS4 Pro, and that's $399. That's its chief competition.
And the Pro will drop this fall, I'm sure too. $349.
Probably $349.
Calling it $349 with a game, maybe even.
Right, with a bundle.
With Uncharted 9.
It's going to at least have bundles to sweeten the pot, but I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it needs to. If it's $499, the first one of the reasons that Xbox One kind of lost its generation was it came out at $499 when PlayStation was $399 or $299.
Yeah.
Right? $399.
And there wasn't nobody could pick out at that point which was better because we didn't know yet. We still didn't. However, I think
we did know the on paper specs of PlayStation 4 were better than Xbox One.
For the most part, I'd say PlayStation's
and it is a
game
better
collection.
It's more powerful.
PlayStation's game collection owns Xboxes right now.
Absolutely,
big time.
At least exclusives.
Yeah, yep. That's what I'm saying.
And that's one of the things that hopefully comes out at the press conference today.
It's funny, the Halo lovers and a lot of that. They're not supporting enough. They're not getting what they want apparently, or something maybe.
Yeah, you don't want to say that the franchises are dying, but they're definitely less popular than what they were.
Yeah, because I knew many people that loved Halo. I never got on board with the Halo bandwagon, but I love Gears of War, and that was the reason I had a 360.
Fuck yeah! But, Terry's wearing our fucking T-shirt at Seattle Retro Gaming Expo.
It's the way to go, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, T-Man.
Dogcast at the Retro.
Hell yeah. AJ
You're like,
joined.
yo, you guys got to watch these clowns talk about games and beer.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. That's why I'm really excited to see this this conference because they have to announce the price of the Scorpio.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if it is $499, it's ridiculous. Even if they just dropped, the Xbox One, the regular Xbox to fucking $200, which is a decent price, so maybe they're figuring like
if that
then people just buy this for really cheap, but
like
they have to make up ground. They have to make up ground against Sony.
Is the Scorpio going to be in connection with the Oculus then?
That possibly.
Because I mean, what bonus? Like, what are you getting more?
Although Microsoft said they're coming up with their own
4K. I mean, games already look pretty amazing, even before 4K. So, and I bet you're not going to dabble into that actual getting it down into amazingness for a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless you're like kings of the game and the video game design world, it's like slim amounts. And I mean, still, actually, there's more new games that are getting made in a retro style game, like even 8-bit, 16-bit games that are new.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That are so smooth and they're really cool. They're really fun.
They're cool.
So I mean,
but there are people that want fucking awesome looking.
We
games.
all do want that.
But
I mean, it's not
get that
everything.
nice 4K TV.
It's
new
not
4K
everything.
TV. You want something to kind of take advantage of that. I mean, the spec wise, $500 is probably good. I mean, it's probably reasonable for what's inside the box.
Probably.
But just from a business standpoint, I can't not think that Microsoft doesn't want to make up ground against Sony, and to do that, and Microsoft has the pockets. Sony does not have the,
No.
Yeah, PlayStation is killing it, but they don't have the money that Microsoft does, who can afford to take a hit on every console sold. And you can't tell me that they don't want to
just
try to
out there.
build, try to just
they still
build
don't have-
Xbox back
They still,
into the conversation.
Well, number one, it's gaming, and they still don't have the exclusive that Sony has.
Right.
So they're still behind. If they don't have.
I mean, at least not now. You never know.
Yeah,
like,
I'm saying they might.
in 2 hours, they might have a shitload of exclusive.
They might make this amazing NBA Jam game. That's the greatest game ever. I don't know. NBA Jam 2018.
Yeah.
But who knows? But I mean, they haven't showed it lately, and I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
But it might.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Might.
That's why this week is so,
It's
for
a big
nerds like
week.
me. For nerds like me. That's why
Nerds
it's
like
so exciting.
me. That's a good band name.
No, Laser Twat.
Laser twat.
Laser Twat.
Caca.
Yeah. Trademark that
Yeah.
shit. That's gold. Gold. So yeah, I don't know if that's AJ's confirming that it leaked at 500. I got to hear it out of Phil Spencer's mouth.
So they're gonna take a hit then.
Or maybe they're just doing the rope-a-dope. They're like, yeah, we're gonna leak 500.
$299.
But then
$299.
But then and then it's like, it's free, everyone. You get a Scorpio. You get a Scorpio. Oh, thanks, Oprah. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Still, we got time. Maybe it'll get delayed.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up, Josh.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they really put a lengthy period on when they announced it originally. It's been like over a year or something like that. Or it's been about a year.
Yeah, they announced it at last officially
E3?
announced it. It was the last video
so
at their last press conference
about a
last year.
And still it's supposed to come out fall, right?
Apparently, people are speculating it's like around October 13th, maybe. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. We'll see.
So
by the end of today,
are the
we'll be able
games
to
going to say Xbox One / Xbox Scorpio?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't dig this new generation of that idea.
Yeah. Do you think we're over generations? Do you think generations are done? Just going to be
It's just going to be a meshed
incremental.
So is Xbox
upgrades?
One going to play the next? There'll be Xbox Scorpion and Xbox Burrito and Xbox
Michelada?
Michelada. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. The spiciest score for you.
Xbox but Xbox Ones. Xbox Ones will still play the Micheladas.
Supposedly, they said no gamer gets left behind. That was their tagline last
dude.
year. So
PS5 will come out in order. 1, 2, 3. I can do this. 5, 7.
Yeah.
Good job on doing math, Sony.
Sony fanboy.
I am.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Come on. Be all inclusive.
Square, triangle, X, circle, bro.
You're promoting console racism.
Sure. Look at my haircut, dude.
That's true.
I'm getting a Sony tattoo in my head. No.
PlayStation.
I still like Xbox.
Yeah. It's good. Now that you have one, you can play games.
Games.
So talk about kind of the last thing. Sony, one of the execs, I think this last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, got a little bit of a hot water. It's a Sony Europe exec, and he was trying to defend the fact that they don't have backwards compatibility on the PlayStation, where you can just insert your old disc and then it kind of plays. You know, PlayStation has PlayStation Now, which is like a streaming service.
Yeah.
And it's been rumored that emulating a PS3 is just way too difficult because of the architecture of that system.
Oh, I'm sure. You're getting into like massive gigabytes of memory now.
Right, yeah. So a reporter kind of asked, like, why don't you have, backwards compatibility yet? Microsoft has it. Xbox, they have a lot of fucking games.
I've heard there's been a few stubborn remarks on both ends.
Yeah. It's a good selling feature for the console. I think numbers just came out recently.
How many 360 games are compatible, though, with the Xbox One?
I don't know what the number's at yet.
Okay,
there's hundreds.
There's a lot of 360 games.
And I mean, I was listening to the Giant Bombcast, and they said that once Black Ops 2 was released as backwards compatible, it recharted in the NPD of like one of the top 10 games of the month.
Well, that's
so it does.
Something.
Yeah, they said it does have some.
I'd love to go back and play Modern Warfare 2 on PS3. If that got a community, I'm sure it still actually does. On an actual PS3, but
I would have to think so. So, anyways, this executive kind of responded, kind of snarkily to this guy about why they didn't have backwards compatibility, and he said, "When we've dabbled with backwards compatibility, I can say it's one of those features that is much requested, but not actually used much." That, and I was at a Gran Turismo event recently where they had PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 games, and the PS1 and PS2 games, they looked ancient. Like, why would anybody play this? So this was like a Sony executive basically shitting on
the old Sony stuff.
The old stuff. The stuff that
some people
built the brands. This is your legacy.
He's probably the big head with the tie. He's like, who needs that? We have this. That guy.
It's like, oh my god, look at those polygons. They're just
Thank you. Oh. Maybe he's a hipster. I don't know.
It could be from Europe. All Europeans are hipsters.
Oh gosh.
Just kidding, Europe. We love you. All 4 of you that listen to this podcast, because I know where you're at.
There's like 7, dude. But
okay, 7. All right, that's cool.
Yeah. So that could be that guy though. I mean, he's not speaking for everyone in Sony.
I commend the guy for being honest. I mean, if that's his point of view, and not just being like, have some pre-baked, just company fucking mandate, blurb that you have to say like, backwards compatibility is,
Well, they're not making more money off that. However, they do release PS2 games, PS1 games, and they sell on the network. People buy them. I buy them.
Well, that's the case. He's saying
I rebought the Warriors game because it was remade with upgraded etceteras.
And I think the point here is the guy is saying like nobody fucking plays this stuff, and that kind of sparked a little, how the internet is when uproars like this happen.
You're like, hey, I actually do. Yeah, I went back and played this game, or that game. Or a bunch of them.
Right. You got to respect just like movies, anything. You respect like the old technology to get. It had to exist for us to get to where we are today, and it's good to go back and play that stuff. And like you said, a lot of people like yourself, myself included, do that.
And then then the nostalgia factor is like that trumps a lot of shit. People love to go back and be like, oh man, I put so many hours in this game, and then you go back and you play a level, you're like, oh my god, you wing through it just like you did, like you never lost a step.
Right. Like riding a bike, yeah.
Yeah.
Those cues
and
come
you
back.
You love it, and you just play it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's fun.
Hey, no apologies, man.
PS1, PS2.
Yeah. So I just kind of
suck on that, Mr. Sony Euro.
I just wanted to bring that up because that kind of irked my craw. Got my craw a bit.
I heard something about Xbox. Some Microsoft guys responded with, however, I think it was a really low percentage of people were going back and
it is
that.
It is a low percentage. Yes.
But they say for the fans, for the gamers, they want that feature available.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome.
I mean, I've gone back and played Red Dead Redemption on 360, and it runs better on the Xbox One because it's got higher processing power, so the frames don't chug like they did in the when you played on the 360. But
nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think this Sony Europe dude was out of line by saying something like that? Does anybody use backward compatibility out there? Let us know too. Cause
do you still play the PlayStation 1, 2?
My mom just it was like Christmas the other day.
Yeah.
When I was over at my mom's house, she's like, "Do you know you still have some games here?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I just was going through this box and."
What'd y'all find?
Parappa the Rapper.
Really?
Metal Gear Solid.
Awesome.
Fear Effects, Resident Evil 1, the director's cut.
Long box?
No, this was the director's cut. So,
okay.
Yeah, this is post long box Resident Evil. And then a couple Super Nintendo games. So NBA Live 95.
That's a great game.
The first NBA Live because it rhymed with 95.
Dude, it was just too good.
It was.
And
I actually liked it.
It was good.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was cool. I'm like, there was some games in there I didn't really realize I had. And then my little niece was playing around, and she like took my Parappa disc and just started throwing it. And I was like,
really?
Oh hell no.
Like,
oh hell no.
No, not my pal Rappa, girl.
Right. Kick punch. It's all in your face.
If you wreck the disc, bitch.
Something like that.
Get slapped, bitch.
Yeah. Well, Josh, we should get off and watch some E3 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should probably just leave everything now. Yeah.
We should probably just leave this world.
Until next time.
Oh! But will there be a next time?
Yeah. There's going to be a next time.
Totally. So
next 2 weeks, we'll be back, guys.
Yeah. Josh, you want to give us a recap of what the fuck we just drank?
We dabbled into the Michelada with a Medeo Cerveza. Just add beer. These
shake,
cups.
Shake, Senora.
Yeah.
Shake Michelada.
It's a spicy, not quite Bloody Mary, but like a Mexican style, their take on something like a Bloody Mary.
By Terry.
So, yeah, all that goodness. It was a tasty, unique beverage.
Yeah, it was very unique. Would I have another one?
I would
try probably another.
I'm gonna try a few more, and I'm actually gonna probably try to make an actual cocktail. Freshly cocktail.
Like make an actual one with actual ingredients. I think that would
not
be
pre-made
right,
like that.
Exactly. I'd like to try that too.
We also had sour porter from True Brewing out of Denver. Metal. I actually did like that. I like the darker sours.
I okayed it. I did not hate it. I didn't hate it. I okayed it.
Yeah. So that's what we had today on the podcast, guys. And I'll bring back some more Denver beers next time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
Totally. All
right. Well, if you want to contact us, we'd love to hear from you. we're a bi-weekly podcast, so you got 2 weeks to get your questions and emails in to us for the
get
next
at
one.
us. We'll talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, here the Dogcast at gmail.com. You can Twitter us at
Hot Dogcast.
I almost forgot that. I'm glad you knew that.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
shit.
It's been a little bit.
It's been
HearTheDogcast.com.
Yep.
Like us on the Facebook. Share our live cast on Facebook.
Yep. We'll be also live casting to Twitch soon.
We're gonna
have a Twitch room.
Sounds good.
So
we're also gonna try. We got a couple weeks. We're gonna try to get on the MightyCon convention in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Yep.
June 24th.
So hopefully it's not set in stone yet, but we're gonna try to get in there.
Yeah.
And
just emailed out. If we can squeeze on there, we'll probably do it.
So
if not,
we'll let you know.
Still be podcasting.
Yep. If we get into MightyCon, come on down and
MightyCon comic.
We'll jib and
book
jab about some
convention.
games and beer.
Yeah, games and beers. Come say hi.
Hell yeah.
We'll keep you posted on the websites and the Facebooks and the Twitters and all that.
Right on.
So thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Really appreciate it.
Keep playing.
We love
keep
all of you.
drinking beer.
Yep. Here on the Dogcast. I'm Tom.
I'm Josh.
And we'll see you next time. Woo-hoo. Seriously.
It's hot in here.
Woo! Don't take off all your clothes.
Let's get out of here.
Bye. I'm
Later,
going to end the
guys.
video now.
End it.